Welcome everybody inside the broadcast booth here at the Winkin Complex. We apologize for the late start. Had a bit of difficulty with our live stream setup overheating. We're just under 5 minutes underway. No scores so far. Blackie with a chance as the Eagles have it inside the circle, but taken away by the Mules. Got a matchup here between the Mules of Colby College and the Eagles of Husson University. Another NESCAC matchup and a tough contest for the Eagles. Showed a lot of great defense last night against the Polar Bears of Bowdoin. Ethan Moss and Ryan Barnes here bringing you this one. Hopefully we'll be staying here for the rest of the game, barring some technical difficulties. But a penalty corner for the Mules, their first of the game. Again, that defense, even though that final score 5-1, Bowdoin, the number 13 ranked in terms of field hockey heading into last night's game. And the Eagles did a great job trying to snuff out a lot of those attacking attempts. They faced, I believe it was 13 shots in total, only allowed 5 as they survive a penalty corner from the Mules, trying to get it in. Foul called on Colby, and they'll take it back the other way. Here's Searby with it, trying to get it across the field to the teammate in Mitchell. Mitchell loses the handle. Now trying to work out field is Bouchard. She gets it back to Blackie. Blackie surveys her options but loses the handle to Kitzner, who commits the foul. Here's Drew getting it upfield. There's Perkins now. Feeds it into Blackie. Blackie tries to cross it to Capozzoli, who gets fouled. Perkins will scoop it right up, tries to get it in. And another foul on Colby, trying to get it to Tillotson. Was Perkins. Tillotson will reset it back to Perkins. And a good chance for the Eagles. Perkins dribbling with it, flicks it over the top. Blackie is there and finds the back of the cage for the first goal of the game. Eagles go up 1-0 early, and we've tuned in just in time.
Great way to finish that one off there, as just the ball bounced around up front, just eventually finding its way to the back of the net. 1-0 Eagles.
Blackie, her 8th goal on the season off the deflection. Gets it past a good backstop in Loeb for the Mules. Ramsdell now with it on the far side as the Eagles try to keep this going back the other way. Foul called on the Eagles as the Mules will try to bring it back and respond. On our reverse side to the field now. Here's Quirk with it. She gets fouled, tries to send it up the field, now knocked away by the defense. There's Bouchard knocking it away. Now up the field, here's Drew. Drew trying to feed it to Capozzoli just behind her, but Blackie is there to collect. Gets it back in. Here's Drew with it now within the circle. Excuse me, that's Frost. And they will reset it now. Here's Drew. About the 30-yard line, foot race on the far side. Winslow will lose her footing and the Eagles take it back. Now in Capozzoli, who commits the foul. Here's Epker on the far side. Perkins, great show on defense. Stops Searby, but commits the foul. Carlock comes into the game for Capozzoli. Now here are the Mules on another good run. Here's Winslow on the far side. Gonna try to reverse sides of the field. There's Mitchell with it now. Working against Bouchard and gets it past. This one is Harrington. And a foul and a penalty corner awarded to the Mules. That was Bouchard committing the foul.
Colby already with one penalty corner, unable to finish on that one.
It'll be Quirk, the senior out of Nantucket, Massachusetts, to insert. Looks in. Collecting it are the Mules, gonna try to dribble with it. This is Mitchell. It's the shot off, but taken away by Perkins. Perkins now got to get past her. She's gonna go on a run of her own, but gets fouled on the play. Got to discard the mask. Now on the near side, Eagles trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Good move by Bouchard, does that, but losing the handle is Arsenault. Goes out of bounds, last touch by a Mule. Bouchard will try to get it up the field. Knocked down by the Mules. Trying to turn it back the other way. Here goes Harrington, gets it through. Foot race towards the corner. And it'll be out of bounds off of Colby. Now here's Allison Drew, loses the touch. Turning it around is Campbell. Now over to Harrington. Harrington tries to get it in. Goddard kicks it away, but a penalty corner. So the third penalty corner already for the Mules. Just about 11 minutes into this contest.
The Husson defense did a good job in the past two penalty corners to stop the Mules' chances of scoring.
Now inserting on the near side is Quirk. Getting this one in, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell now has it. Slap shot in, knocked away by Goddard. And she smothers it for the save. Another good stand from the Eagles. Now Louder with a chance to clear. Tough position for the Eagles. They're backed up yet again. Harrington with an attempt. Goddard dives, saves that one. And a scrum with it. The Eagles come away getting fouled.
Great way by Goddard to stay with that, make that dive and save.
Again, Goddard has been a huge part of these multi-time conference championship teams for the Eagles. Now who's Bouchard? Working against her counterpart in Campbell. And Campbell will commit the foul. Crummett with it, now working on defense. Mules try to get it up the field. They're doing a good job of that. Here's Shaw on the far side trying to get it in. Louder is there. Now here's Mitchell. And a penalty corner yet again. Now we've only seen the Eagles in the offensive side of the field a couple of times and capitalizing on one of those trips already. but they've been backed up in defense for the most part of this first period.
And same story as last night, too. Like last night, Bowdoin kept getting offensive chances. Husson defense standing strong despite giving up 5 goals. But, I mean, if you're looking at it on paper, that really doesn't do justice as what we saw from the Eagles last night.
Yeah, absolutely. And able to net one in the third period were the Eagles. Now off the corner, Mitchell looks out wide. And that one tipped and sent back in. Aaron Quirk with the deflection over the top of Goddard. And this one tied at 1. Capizoli will send it off. Eagles will switch sides of the field. Drew now working with it over to Ramsdell. On a good run. Poked away, but a foul. Searby with the foul there. And the Eagles have it. It'll be Perkins to send it deep. Long pass into Blackie. Blackie got to collect it. Can't do it in time, but draws the penalty corner. And the Eagles right back into the offensive side.
Not even about 30 seconds after giving up that goal, they make a few plays, get that thing into the offensive zone, draw this penalty corner.
So officially it goes down Quirk with the assist, and Winslow putting it home for the Mules. Now inserting on the near side are the Eagles. This time looking to Drew. Drew gets it over to Blackie. Blackie with the slap shot in and can't handle it for Tillotson. Had a good opportunity there. The defense pushed up and just the keeper to beat in Loeb and just missed it. Now a chance to clear for the Mules. Getting upfield but loses the handle as that one goes out of bounds. Eagles will take over just past the 25-yard line. Perkins will take it. Clock ticking now within 40 seconds. And now on a run. Foot race on the far side, knocked away by Drew. Fighting with it, Drew is fouled. Eagles will now have it 20 seconds on the clock here in this first period. Now the Mules working with it back the other way, running out of time to try and net one. This one will go all the way down and past the end line. Louder was there to guard it out. And with just 5 seconds left on the clock, and as time expires, this one tied at 1 at the end of the first period. We're going to step aside here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here out of the first break, still tied 1-1 are the Eagles and Mules. Eagles leading shots 3-2. Goddard with 2 good saves on the 2 shots she's faced. And Colby will take possession to start off this one. It'll be Epker to send it off. Pretty warm day here in Bangor, about 75 degrees to welcome us into October. This one immediately taken away from Capozzoli by Winslow. She works it into the circle, but a foul will be called just outside, not a penalty corner. And she will take it on the line. Works it back, tries to get it in, taken away by Perkins. Perkins still fighting with it and draws the foul. Eagles now with it. Here's Drew working on the far side. Ramsdell tries to cross it, gets blocked and commits the foul. Now Searby trying to reverse sides of the field. Here's Quirk sending it upfield, this time for Mitchell. Mitchell will send it out of bounds, trying to get it up to Kitzner. Bouchard puts it in. Here's Bouchard. Perkins slides past a couple of defenders, but loses the touch as it goes back. This one stolen by Kitzner, trying to get it into the circle. She will, trying to cross it just past the Eagles. Time to collect it and kicked away by Goddard. That was a little bit of a slow shot. It was tough for the Mules to collect and unable to get enough stick on it to get some power on it. Bouchard loses the handle. Now trying to get it upfield, but immediately poked away by Mitchell. Mitchell was there with the interception. Louder loses the touch now and sent out of bounds. Last touch by the Mules. Eagles will take it and having a tough time clearing it. With this possession, Louder will flick it over the top. Mitchell there to knock it down. Now Kitzner getting it into the circle, trying to cross it. Goddard will smother it up. There to take it away was Ramsdell. Now back the other way. And another goal scored by the Mules off the deflection. Couldn't get the number as to who that was. Get that in just a second. The Mules take the lead 2-1. Just about 3 minutes into this second period. We call that for Winslow again. That one unassisted for Casey Winslow, her second of the game. There's Blackie trying to poke it away from the back line of the Mules. Now Perkins fighting in midfield. Mitchell trying to send it up past her teammate. There to collect it is Bouchard. Can't get it past. Here's Kitzner again into the circle, trying to cross it. Gets it knocked away. Defense for the Eagles is there. But this time, there to bury it is Shaw. And 2 quick strikes for the Mules. Put them up 3-1.
2 goals in a short span, and 3 straight if you're including that first one by the Mules, and they're just starting to take control of this one.
2 quick goals within about 40 seconds. Capizoli will send it off. Getting it to Bouchard. Bouchard surveying her options. Now back to Bouchard. Getting it up the field, trying to get it to Blackie. Nobody there. Now up to midfield. Loses the touch, but takes it right back. Now gets it up to Blackie, just out of reach. And the Mules will take over with Cork. Just past midfield in their defensive zone. They'll try to swap sides of the field. Right there is Avery Baker to knock it down. Mitchell saves it from going out of bounds, and a good move to get past Blackie. Now here's Kitzner sending it out of bounds. Bouchard will take it. Just into their defensive zone, flicked up and knocked down by Mitchell of the Mules. And a foul called on Bouchard. That was Winslow working with it. Now over into the zone again, but kicked away by Goddard. Drew got to get it upfield. Mitchell again is there. Kitzner again trying to get it up and loses it out of bounds. Bouchard will come to collect it. And after that quick goal, it's been all defense now for the Eagles. Mules will lose it out of the back of the end line. That one, a foul called against Epker. Now here's Drew trying to get it upfield and intercepted again. Now on a run is Kitzner. Trying to turn it around. Gonna get it up to the circle, and Goddard is there to knock it down.
Great way to stand up there, get that kick save off of what was a pretty open shot.
Blackie is there to take it away. She's on a run over to midfield. Nobody there to help her. Gonna try to calm it down and get it back. She'll take the time. Tried to get it to her teammate in Baker. Now the Mules trying to go back the other way. Here's Winslow with it. Now Perkins for the Eagles gets it on a long pass, but it goes wide of an open Blackie and out of bounds back to the Mules. Now on the far side of the field, Mules fighting with it and will commit the foul on Ramsdell. She's going to get it back to Drew. Takes it in herself. And trying to stick with it, but the Mules will take it away yet again. Back to it as Bouchard deflects it away from Mitchell, but Mitchell will watch it go out of bounds. Now turns upfield. Here's Quirk to take it in. Now Mitchell will try to cross it. Bouchard trying to take it back. And a foul called against Bouchard. Now Mitchell running with it on the near side. Drew mistouches. And a foul called on Harrington. Eagles will have it. Louder will look out wide. Taken right away by the Mules, but poked out of bounds. Last touch by Colby. There's Harrington now working against Bouchard. Bouchard takes it away, trapped in a corner. Still fighting with it. Finally getting past are the Mules, but right back to Bouchard into that corner. Splits on a bit of a nutmeg, but it's going back and forth, and finally a foul called on Kitzner. This one through the legs of Bouchard, but she'll collect it right by the out of bounds line on the near side. Mitchell trying to cross it in, and a miss opportunity from Shaw to try to bury it for her second goal of the game, and a foul called. Eagles will take it at the top of the circle. Here's Louder to send it out wide to Blackie, who tracks it down. Blackie on a good run on the near side. She's going to cross it over to Carlock. Carlock deflects it, and a foul called. Now on a good run, here's Frost, taken away by the defense. That was Conway. On the far side, there's Ramsdell. Now just 2 to beat, taken away by Louder. Louder trying to work it upfield, unsuccessful, and a foul called against Louder. Here's the Mules threatening again. This time it's Winslow with possession. Looking for an open player, eventually decides to take it herself, tries to get it in to Shaw. Shaw on the far side will send it back through the legs, and a foot race. Frost wins it, keeps it alive, but does not keep it in bounds. They'll swap sides of the field. Coming back the other way, mishandles. And now the defense has it for the Eagles. Bouchard gets bowled over and loses her stick, almost out of bounds on the corner. Now there's Kitzner. And a foul on the Eagles results in another penalty corner. So their 6th penalty corner of the game. It'll be Quirk to insert on the near side. Look for Kitzner to try to get open in the middle. Gets it in. Now here's Kitzner on the edge of the circle. Gets past one defender into the middle. Goddard doesn't get it. And and Kitzner all on her own finds the back of the net. And the Mules up big here in the second. So the defense that we were talking about for the Eagles struggling early against the Mules. Just under 4.5 minutes left.
Joe, I need JT up here right now. I need JT up here. We're having a medical issue. We're having a medical issue in the press box. I need JT up here in the press box.
Now on the far side.
DJ just passed out up here.
Now on the far side are the Mules trying to get it in. Into the middle. Goddard will watch it go out of bounds.
DJ Wilson.
Here we go with the Mules just outside of the circle. Now here's Quirk trying to reverse sides of the field. There on the far side, Tillotson working with it. Gets it back to Drew. Tillotson has it again, loses the touch. Goes out of bounds, last touch by the Mules. Now there's an opportunity for the Eagles to get it up. Now back up the field. Here's the Mules trying to turn it up. Baker was there and committed the foul. Taking it right back. Reversing sides of the field now. Here's Quirk to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it up. Here's to Daukus. That one fouled against the Eagles. Mitchell gets it up. Now on a run into the circle on a penalty corner. Awarded to the Mules. That was Searby on a good run. I believe was fouled there by Louder. Mules game planning right here at the edge of the circle, taking a long time to do so. Clock now 2:20. Lead is 4-1 in favor, trying to extend that lead here going into the halftime break. This one is in. They're going to take their time with it. Slap shot missed, and again goes wide. That was Searby on the far side who whiffed initially. Got another attempt at it, but there to knock it away were the Eagles. Here's Louder now with a chance to clear. Now just outside of the 25 with possession are the Mules. Still threatening here in the second. There's Baker on defense trying to knock that one away, just misses. Now into the circle is Winslow. Winslow still working against Frost. Excuse me, Drew. And a quick shot attempt by Kitzner is denied. Blackie still scrambling on defense. And a dangerous play called on the Mules. Goes back the other way. Now just about a minute left to play here in this half. That clear attempt taken away immediately by Kitzner into the circle. Can't cross it in time, and it'll go out of bounds. Now here's Mitchell working against Bouchard. Now Blackie takes it away, but commits a foul. Here's Quirk trying to go a little bit too quickly. Time is of the essence now, under 30 seconds to go. Quirk taking it in, tries to cross it, not there. Off the post and off the back of Goddard for another Colby goal just before the half, 17 seconds left. That was Charlotte Epker sending it home. Correction, that was Catherine McNulty with that to put it home. Capozzoli will take it. She'll just run it. Foul called on Colby. 10 seconds left. Eagles now scrambling, trying to get something up. And that little miscorrection there for the spot will end the half. We go into the halftime break, 5-1 in favor of the Mules here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here for the second half, Ethan Moss alongside Ryan Barnes. The Mules leading this one 5-1 over the Eagles. Eagles will take first possession, and Perkins' pass goes a little wide, just out of bounds. Last touch by Perkins. We'll go back the other way. Here come the Mules already on the attack early. Now they'll reverse sides of the field this time, going through Conway. Looking for Mitchell on the far side, trying to track it down before it goes out of bounds. She does so, but this time knocked out of bounds. And they're going to call it off of Mitchell. Eagles will take it. Now here's Blackie working with it the other way. On a good run as Capozzoli passes just out in front. And able to take it away is Conway. Now gets it back up the field. Campbell with it. Tries to get it into Kitzner. Too far in front, but able to track it down. Kitzner now into the box and knocked away by Drew. Now here's Bouchard on the near side. Perkins sticking with it. This time intercepted and trying to dribble it up the sideline, but it goes out of bounds. That was Charlotte Langlois. Now here's Ramsdell on her way in. Loses her footing, and a foul will be called on the Mules. Here's Perkins with it, now with the head of steam, trying to get it in to Capozzoli. And a foul called on Perkins. Now you're on a run. This is Quirk. Excuse me, this is McNulty. Trying to get it in. Now Louder is there to take it away, trying to get it out of the circle, but sticking with it is Winslow in a corner, awarded to the Eagles. Or to the Mules, rather. Their 8th of the game. The Eagles will have to settle back on defense. The Mules, as always, taking a while to game plan this corner. And it'll be Quirk to insert. Again, we're looking towards the middle part of the circle to Searby and Mitchell right there. This one will go to Searby. Searby trying to get it across. This time it's Kitzner. Kitzner trying to get it in, and she does. Flicks it over Goddard. And a lead continuing to climb for the Mules, now up to 6-1 over the Eagles.
Kitzner had that open shot. She took it and lifted that right over Goddard and was able to finish it.
Great shot there. Again, just getting it over the top of Goddard's stick. Capozzoli will flick it far side, and for Blackie, who will track it down. Now 2 defenders to beat. Loses the handle, but sticks with it. Trying to get it across the field. Gets it in to a defender and is fouled. Now here's Perkins taking it in. Gets it across, taken away now. Campbell with it. And they will try to clear it on the far side. Kistner will escort it out of bounds. Now sent way upfield, and a dangerous play called. No surprise there. Quirk tried to get it over the top of Blackie. Now here's Bouchard with it. Got to get it to the middle of the field now to Perkins. Perkins trying to get it back into the offensive side. This has been a good possession for the Eagles. And a foul called against Perkins. It'll come back the other way. The Mules taking possession on the far side, just beyond the circle. taken in by Conway, immediately taken away by Drew. Drew working against Searby. And they're gonna fight with it. Eagles will get the foul called. And now here's Drew. Bouchard. Now in. And a penalty corner awarded to the Eagles, their first since their first score in the first period. So it'll be Tillotson to insert. Tillotson will get it in. Now to Perkins. Loses the handle. There to scoop it up on defense is Winslow. Eagles get it right back, and another foul called against them. Here's Drew. Another foul. Drew still trying to get it back into the circle, and they're going to keep fouling her. And finally, a penalty corner awarded, as that was Perkins just inside the circle. So we'll do it again. Here's Tillotson. Again on the far side. Gets it into Perkins. Perkins, hard touch, gets it in. Now here's Capozzoli fighting with it. Trying to get it back over to Blackie. Blackie can't get the deflection, and it goes out of bounds. The Mules survive on that corner. Good attempt. We're going to take a stoppage of play to fix the clock. We have 11 minutes on our clock. 9:51 is the official timing. There's Gallup into the game. Immediately gets her first touch. Sends it upfield to Winslow. Winslow now working through the defense. That was Owls. Owls on a run on the far side, but losing the touch is Kitzner. Right back with it is Perkins. Gets past two defenders, now into the circle. Will draw the foul just outside. This one sent in by Perkins, immediately taken away. Now working with it is Campbell, trying to get it out. And a foul called on the Eagles. It's going back. Sent upfield. Now Mitchell with it about midfield. Kitzner now on a run. Has a couple of teammates out in front. Into the circle. Will try to cross it. And a foul called on the Mules. Goddard was going to be there to stop that shot. And the Eagles take it. Here's Louder now getting it outside to Tillotson. Tillotson gets it to Drew. Now Perkins in the middle of the field gets past two defenders, has Capozzoli and Blackie out in front. Into the circle now. She's going to settle it down and takes a shot, and that one goes high and wide. Good attempt there from Perkins. Can't find the net.
She had the right idea there. Get open. She had the shot, took it, just ended up being just a little too high.
Now here's Drew working with it. And another foul called on the Mules. Eagles have it 5 yards out of the circle. They're going pass it wide. Bouchard now trying to get it in. Got to cross it as she's in. Kicked away by Loeb. Still sticking with it are the Eagles, and a foul called on Bouchard. So the Mules survive that attempt. And the Eagles a bit more aggressive on offense to start this second half. Had a couple of good chances. Now here's Capozzoli. Foul called on the Mule on defense. Now here's Searby sending it up the field. There's Shaw now on the outside, gets it past Louder. Now here's Winslow. Working her way around, trying to get it into the circle, but loses the touch and commits the foul. Bouchard will just send it up the field. Mitchell was there to intercept. Now in, taken away by Perkins. Perkins just tries to get it up the field to Blackie. That goes out of bounds, escorted by Campbell. Now it just slings this one and knocked down again by Mitchell. Mitchell has been there very often to knock that down. A sophomore at a New Canaan, Connecticut. The Eagles will take it about the 35-yard line. Here's Drew now trying to change sides of the field, this time getting it to Arsenault. Here's Arsenault now on the near side, working against Searby. Draws the foul, sticks with it. Past Searby again, another foul. Now she'll calm down and take it herself. Tries to get it back in. Now here's Frost, gets it in to Perkins. Perkins trying to get it to Blackie, who finds the back of the net for her second goal of the game. Perkins with a beautiful pass into Tegan Blackie. And it's now 7-2.
Great way by Blackie just to camp out right in front of the net, way in front of the opportunity. The ball came right to her, just to send it home. 6-2 now.
This one's sent off. They've done a great job of trying to steal that possession right away after putting it in. They always send it downfield through the likes of Bouchard in the backfield, and they take it right away. Now going back the other way is Bouchard. Loses it out of bounds. Correction, that is 6-2, the current score. Frost takes it away. Tracking it down on the near side is Arsenault, trying to get it up to Harlock, who is fouled, and the Eagles will take it on a good run on the outside. Now here's Arsenault. Another foul. Eagles threatening quickly again. See if Lightning strikes twice. Getting it back in and called off on the foul. So now trying to reverse sides of the field is Colby on a clear attempt, but loses the touch out of bounds. That was Conway. Now trying to get it in is Bouchard. Bouchard gets past one. Now got a chance to cross it into Blackie. Will get fouled, and a penalty corner awarded to the Eagles.
Eagles look to make it a 3-goal game now.
It's all about trying to respond. Again, this Eagles offense can put up points in a hurry. It'll be Carlock to insert on the far side. This one will go into Perkins. Perkins slaps it in, taken away. Now here's Blackie with a chance to put it in, and that one just goes wide. Loeb was there coming out of the goal to knock that first attempt down by Perkins.
Loeb is playing a little deep up front, and Blackie had that chance.
Now here's Gallup trying to get it upfield, but drawing the foul was Arsenal. Now lifted up by Perkins and knocked down on the near side by Conway. Conway now fighting against two Eagles and commits a foul. Here's Arsenal trying to get it right back in. Loses the touch, but is fouled. Gets it across, stopped. And now trying to get away is Winslow. Winslow fighting against Carlock. And there to poke it away is Drew. Now sent upfield by Kitzner. Mules have numbers, but taken away by Louder. Louder working against some tough contact. Sticking with it are the Mules now into the circle, trying to get it wide. Now this time it's Epker. A reverse side to the field. Campbell loses the touch, and they've got to reverse it a little more. Here's Gallup getting it across. Now for Conway. Now here's Campbell. Taken away by Perkins, but Perkins committing the foul. Conway with the sliding shot up the field. Gets it in. Now Mules with numbers yet again, trying to collect it, but a foul. That was Elizabeth Tadaukas. Or Takautis, rather. Now here's Drew working with it at midfield. Has Blackie in front of her. Passes it to Blackie. Now running in towards the circle on a good run is Blackie, sticking with it all on her own, trying to do it herself. Loses the touch right in front, but draws the corner. 25 seconds left in this period. And just about the last opportunity for the Eagles to try to make this a 3-goal game going into the last 15 minutes of play. So it'll be Capozzoli to insert on the far side, gets it into Blackie. Blackie will just take it from there, and that one will go wide, knocked away by Loeb.
That was about their last chance of this third quarter.
Clock continues to tick. Eagles will have it. Now 8 seconds left on the board. Got to hurry up if you want another shot. And they won't, as now Colby will take it away and run with it down to the other side as time expires here in the third quarter. It's the Mules out in front by 4 as they lead 6-2. We're going to step aside here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Ethan Moss alongside Ryan Barnes bringing you this matchup. 6-2, the current advantage for the Mules. Eagles have been aggressive on offense in this second half and had a couple of great chances snuffed out by a tough Mules defense. But it'll be Capozzoli to send it off for the final 15 minutes here from Bangor. Takes it up to the far side. Blackie now on a run. Is fouled by Jenna London for the Mules. Now here's Perkins trying to get it back in and out of the reach of the Eagles. That one goes out of bounds. Now there to try to clear it will be Conway. Gets it back out wide to Gallup. Gallup gets it up to Welch. Welch loses the touch, but it was knocked away by Arsenault. Now here's Gallup on the near side. We'll send it back. At this point, Mules just trying to play possession as Perkins takes that one away. Is fouled. Now momentum going back the other way for the Eagles. Defense settles back.
Great way by Perkins just to show us the speed there, poke that thing away, then draw the foul.
Now Bouchard battling against Mitchell. Will try to get it past her into the circle. She does. Two Mules there to poke it away, but a penalty corner drawn. And the Eagles will take it less than 2 minutes into this final period.
I feel like this has been the story all weekend. The score on the scoreboard does not really show the entirety of what we've seen from the Eagles. They're competitive. They're getting chances, maybe not converting on all of them, but they're definitely up there in competitiveness.
These are tough opponents to be facing. So it'll go in this time to Capozzoli. Tillotson inserted a fake from Drew and a quick hit. Blackie tried to deflect it in, and a foul called on the Eagles. Now a chance to clear for Conway and company. Capozzoli takes it right back. Now this time it'll be in for Tillotson, who commits the fouls. And these NESCAC opponents, it's a very tough conference to be playing in. So despite their 2-5 record, a lot of that is in conference play for the Mules. This one goes off of the head of Capozzoli, but a foul was called on Perkins. That one goes out of bounds, and the Eagles take it right back. Here's Arsenault trying to get it in bounds. And the Eagles will also be battling the sun every time they look to the far side of the field. Capozzoli tries to save that. I say that because we're battling the sun up here as well.
I feel like every couple minutes I have to switch arms. Which one's going to shade the sun?
Which one's holding my papers? Which one's holding the sun out of my eyes? Now turning it up the field are the Mules just out in front of Allen. Allen now working against the tough defense of Ross. And a foul called on Allen. Or Lane, rather. Ross gets it up to Drew, commits the foul. It'll be Searby to take it. Gets it upfield and just under the stick of Elaine and out of bounds. Eagles will take it now. It'll be Ross on the edge of the circle. Gets it past one, but knocked away by Kitzner. And continuing to play possession now as Epker gets it back. Now on a good run. Here's Welch trying to get into the circle, but defense is right there to stand up. Committing the foul, however. And it'll be Searby sending it out wide. Here's Epker. And Elaine fouls Bouchard on the play, and taking it right back is Welch. Trying to get it into the circle, but Louder is there to collect it. Louder working against Elaine. Commits a foul. And now here come the Mules again. Kitzner into the circle. Tough defense from the Eagles. Take it right back. Now Louder gets it out wide. Arsenault is there. Trying to get it past Welch. And draws another foul. Arsenault continuing to work upfield, but continuing to run into some problems with Welch. This time it's Arsenault who commits the foul. Now Searby will try to reverse sides of the field. This time to Conway. Conway will send it to Mitchell. Now here's Quirk with it. Getting a long pass, now a foot race to the corner. There to escort it out of bounds is Bouchard. And the Eagles will take possession. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 6-2 the current advantage for the Mules. Good run up the outside. Called for a foul was Perkins. And the Mules will take it right in front of their bench. It'll be Quirk to send it in. Takes it herself on a run now to Mitchell, who loses it out of bounds. Perkins will take it right back. Now Carlock fighting for it. So in sent upfield, it collected his Quirk. Trying to turn it around and get it in. That time it's denied. Working across midfield, trying to turn it up is Bouchard. Carlock and Bouchard fighting with it for Campbell, and it's Bouchard who commits the foul. Now the Eagles up front in defense had a couple Mules behind him trying to turn it around. And that one knocked away by Bouchard just on the edge of the circle. Now here's Perkins coming with it to the near side, looking upfield to Baker. Baker collects it, is fouled, and will stick with it as Ramsdell comes from behind to take it. That one taken away. And he Rains. Perkins called for the foul on Rains. Now the Mules have it, 7 minutes to go. And Epker loses her stick trying to send it up the field.
I don't think I've ever seen a stick fly backwards after trying to hit it forward.
Now here's Ramsdell. Perkins gets it up to Carlock, who gets fouled. Now Perkins will take it again, trying to get it up to Carlock. Into the circle, Baker fighting with it. Blackie is there, but Carlock comes in, commits the foul, and it goes back to Colby. Getting it past Ramsdell is Epker, but nobody home. That one goes out of bounds. Now here's Drew. Getting it off the stick of Elaine, and a foul called against her. Look to mention Leah Anderson in the game for Colby. Almost lets that one go, but knocked away by the rest of her defense. That was Conway there to knock it down. Now where's Epker? That one taken away by Ramsdell. Ramsdell now working with it towards the middle of the field, gets it past to Perkins. Perkins tries to get it in to Baker, who just reaches for it and can't quite get there. That one will go out of bounds. Now 5 minutes left. Quick passes up the field, reverses the fortunes. Now the Mules with numbers going back the other way. Here's Owls on the far side, working against Louder, gets past her and knocked away by Bouchard. Baker with a lot of space coming towards the near side as Carlock and Blackie in front. That one knocked out of bounds by Gallup covering her. The ball up the field to Ramsdell. The Mules will send it back. Long pass up to Carlock is good. And Carlock will collect it, trying to get it into Perkins, who gets fouled. Perkins takes it right into the circle. Now we'll take it back out, waiting for teammates to get set, and we'll commit a foul on Searby. Now here's Ramsdell again, inserting on the near side. Ramsdell still sticking with it, trying to get it into Blackie, who whiffs and can't dive in time. Anderson was also there to help that one get out of bounds. Mules will take over, just 3.5 minutes left to play. This one trying to send it upfield. Can't collect it for Drew. Past one defender. Working her way against Louder. Tripped up on the play with Shaw. That'll be a foul. Now it'll be Rains trying to send it in. Now they'll reverse sides of the field. Long shot in will be way wide of a teammate. That was a pass attempt from Welch. This one shot across. Now here comes Campbell working with it against Capozzoli. Foul on Capozzoli. Capozzoli charging. This one will be knocked down by Bouchard. Bouchard trying to stick with it as Capozzoli and Blackie out in front. Numbers now on a good run for the Eagles. Bouchard is fouled. Gonna stick with it as she gets into the edge of the circle. Two defenders to beat, trying to get it into Blackie. That one knocked away by Brockelman and sent out of bounds. Eagles will have to take over just in front of their bench.
Colby playing smart now, just kind of chucking it up the field, trying to kill some time.
Just under 2 minutes left to play. Perkins fouls on that play. Trying to get it back upfield a little too quickly. Now the Mules continuing to play the possession game in the backfield. Running around with it is Conway. Tries to get it upfield. Pass too far in front of Welch and a foul committed regardless. Eagles will have it. Now here's Perkins at midfield trying to get it up. Blackie gonna try to challenge this one, knocks it away. Perkins will collect it. Now gets it into the circle. That one taken away by Gallup, but a penalty corner awarded to the Eagles. Just under a minute left to play. The Eagles trying to notch another one. So it'll be Tillotson to insert on the far side. Sends this one in. Now to Perkins. Perkins takes the shot. And that one will be deflected out of bounds. The Mules will survive another quarter and 45 seconds left to play. Gonna take it back. Take their time as well to do that. Now to the outside. Raines is there. Sends it back. Capozzoli giving chase into the corner. 15 seconds left on the clock. Foul committed. Capozzoli has it. And another foul. The clock will expire. And with the horn sounding, the Mules take this one 6-2 over the Eagles. Another good stand against a NESCAC school for the Eagles on this weekend of field hockey. But again, coming away with a 4-point loss. So the final score, 6-2. Here from Ryan Barnes and Zethan Moss on Husson Eagles Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in today.